The sound of Amara's quiet sobs was a familiar melody now. A discordant, heartbreaking tune that twisted my stomach every single time. We were in our small apartment in Surulere, the Lagos evening traffic humming a distant, indifferent drone outside. My throat felt tight. I wanted to reach for her, to pull her close, but an invisible wall stood between us. I was tired, exhausted from the constant friction, the endless cycle of misunderstanding. I knew I was the because. Again, it was not always like this. I remember meeting her in a vibrant cafe in Ikoyi, the air thick with the smell of roasted coffee and the chatter of Lagos life. She laughed so easily then, her eyes sparkling like sunshine on the lagoon. She was everything I never knew I needed. Ambitious, kind, full of life. I fell hard, completely. I believed in her, still do. I wanted the best for her. I wanted to help her be the best version of herself. But somewhere along the line, my desire to help, to fix things, twisted into something else, something sharper. It started subtly, with little comments here and there. Like yesterday, she was upset because I spent 5 hours with my friends. 5 hours. I told her it was not a big deal, that I needed my own space. She said she felt ignored. That is when the argument began to simmer. I tried to explain. My friends needed me, it was important. But her face, it just fell. She mentioned her period like it was an excuse for her overreaction. And then I felt it, that familiar surge of frustration. I pride myself on being observant. I see details others miss. I thought this was a strength, a way to help us navigate life, to point out what was true, what needed to change. I truly believed I was being constructive. I would tell her, you could have done this differently, or you do not think through your actions. I saw them as facts, as ways to make her better, stronger, to prepare her for the world. But she heard them as attacks. I just could not grasp why. I remember last year, I used to threaten to leave during arguments. And that was bad. I know that now. I stopped. I grew. I thought I was showing her I was committed, that I was working on myself too. But still, she would get quiet. Or she would over-explain, desperately trying to defend herself, or sometimes just trying to keep the peace. I would interpret her silence as stubbornness, her explanations as excuses. It was a vicious loop. I felt like I was the only one trying to be logical, to face things head-on. Why could not she just accept when she was wrong? I was not trying to hurt her. I was trying to solve our problems. Then came today. After all the tears, she finally told me she felt lonely. And then she dropped it. That comment I made about her friend. A casual throwaway line to my friend weeks ago. She would promise her friend not to tell me. My mind reeled. Why now? Why keep it a secret if it was so important? My initial frustration erupted into full-blown anger. It felt like a betrayal, like she was deliberately trying to hurt me or manipulate the situation. All my carefully constructed patience crumbled. I started lashing out. Dishonest, I spat. A bad partner, a liar. My voice was too loud, too harsh. Each word a hammer blow, not just to her, but to the fragile peace we always struggled for. Why did not you tell me sooner? I accused. You only tell me when I am wrong? The words poured out, unchecked, fueled by a feeling of unfairness. I felt like I was constantly forgiving her, constantly working to keep us afloat, and she was just holding things back. I saw her face then. Distorted by tears, yes, but more than that. It was a profound weariness, a brokenness I had not seen before. Her hand, usually quick to reach for mine, was now clutched to her chest as if protecting a wound. She whispered something, her voice so small I almost did not catch it. I just do not know what to feel anymore. And in that moment, the noisy hum of the Lagos traffic outside, the old fridge motor in the kitchen, it all faded. A cold, hard truth slammed into me. I did not want to hurt her. I loved her more than anything. But my love, my help, my observations, they had become weapons. I had not been building her up, I had been systematically tearing her down. I remembered the vibrant girl from Ikoyi, the one who laughed so easily. She was gone, replaced by this broken, fearful woman who could not even trust her own feelings around me. I had done this. My love, meant to be a refuge, had become a prison. The silence in the room stretched, suffocating. I tried to speak, to apologize, but the words caught in my throat. What could I say? How could I undo the damage? This was not about being right anymore. It was about seeing the person I loved, truly seeing her for who she was, not who I thought she should be. And accepting her, flaws and all, without trying to carve her into my ideal. I do not know if we can fix this. The cracks are deep, but I know this much. The change has to start with me. I have to learn to listen, to cherish, to love without judgment or the need to correct. The city of Lagos buzzed on outside, indifferent to our pain, to my newfound painful truth. But for the first time, I heard it differently. Not as a backdrop to my frustrations, but as a reminder of the endless complexities of life and of love. A love I desperately wanted to save by finally letting it breathe.